Stand by. I'll be right there.
He knows your music. He speaks your mind. And he's got you locked on. Call him K. Cause you're okay with him. This is it. If it's on top, we're surely playing it.
Okay. Hi guys, this is G from the Kraftwerk Entertainment Office and you're listening to Radio Raddd. It's a mess show.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Call security! Hits just keep on coming.
You got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel it. Now I feel it. Your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel them. I can feel them pull me down.
Doing shots, drinking fast, and then we talk slow. Come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Oh, come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me.
Hey boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We'll push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you in my room, and now my bed sheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape. I'm that bitch. Been that bitch, still that bitch. Will forever be that bitch. Yeah. I'm the hood Mona Lisa. Break a nigga into pieces. Had to X some cheesy niggas out my circle like a pizza. I'm way too exclusive. I don't shop on Insta boutiques. All them little ass clothes only fit fake booties. Bad bitch, still talking cash shit. Pussy like water, I'm unbothered and relaxing. I would never trip on a nigga if I had him. Bitch, that's my trash, you the maid, so you bagged him. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Acting stupid, what's happening? Bitch, what's happening? Bitch, I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? Bitch, what's happening? I'm savage, 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 savage.
I'm the
Girl go wild. I make girl go wild. I make girl go wild. I make still tryna yeah. Girl go wild. I make girl go wild. I make girl
coming. I be getting in and I'm about to show you how. Now you ain't no better start. I make the girls go wild. I shut the whole club down. I make the loudest sound. Telling you need my crown. But it's on my hometown. Hey, try if you want. You know I'm the best, but you still tryna front. Just tell yourself I'm who you wish you'd be. I have
everything
you want and need. But it's on my crown. Telling I make girls go wild. But it's on my crown. Telling girls go wild. It's the hottest DJ in the world right now. All them other, they see it coming. I be getting in and I'm about to show you how. Man, you ain't no better start running. But it's on my crown. Some crown. Telling man, you ain't no. Some crown. But it's on my crown. Telling man, you ain't no.
I'm smacking the game about. I'm smacking my chain about. Keep my name out your mouth. Keep my name on your mind. I'm about getting the grind. I'm about holding the floor. Coachella, give me some more. It's about to go off, yeah, bong, bale. That means it's ready and good. That means it's big in the hood and I'm big in the hood. It's good. Fuck what they talking about. About to just take them out. Everything.
Hey, drop it like it's all into this party. Oh, hey, I'm popping up, I'm not on up, baby. Oh, I'm only one fire down. Oh, so give me one more round. Oh, hey, we are the Titans, yeah. We can't stop fighting. We're only winning right now. Oh, hey, we are the Titans, yeah. We are uniting. We're only one fire
gira, che me ne via di la voglio, che me ne mia danza gira, falla vampina, bama jota, che me ne mia danza gira, che me ne via di la voglio, che me ne mia danza gira, falla vampina, bama jota, che me ne mia danza gira, che me ne via di la voglio, che me ne mia danza gira, falla vampina, bama jota, che me ne mia danza gira, che me ne via di la voglio, che me ne mia danza gira.
He speaks your mind, and he's got you locked on. Call him K, cause you're okay with him. This is it. If it's on top, we're surely playing it.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Wagwan, my name is Leon Kai and you're listening to Radio Raddd and this is the It's a Mess show. Now, I hope that you had a wonderful Easter last Friday because I know I did. Anyway, it's another Friday and you know what that means over here. It means the party continues. Now, April is a very special month because it is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And Sexual Assault Awareness Month is an annual campaign to raise public awareness about sexual assault and educate communities and individuals on how to prevent sexual violence. It is usually observed in April. That being said, what to expect in the coming hour? What is rape? The 4 different types of consent given, who is to blame, and the responsibility we all have as a community and as individuals. But before we get to that, the 2 songs of the hour.
Stand by. I'll be right there. He knows your music. He speaks your mind. And he's got you locked on. Call him K. Cause you're okay with him. This is it. If it's on top, we're surely playing it.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Hits just keep on coming.
Traveling in a fried-out Gumby on a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. She said, do you come from a London? A woman don't.
Shine already,
Stand by. I'll be right there.
He knows your music. He speaks your mind. And he's got you locked on. Call him K. Cause you're okay with him.
This is it. Let's go!
If it's on top, we're surely playing it.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Yes, now the songs that we're just playing is Down Under by Men at Work and Already by Beyonce. Fun fact about Down Under is that it is a track about Australia. Australia, the country, the continent, the island was nicknamed Land Down Under because it is below the equator. So that's why you hear the artist go like, do you come from a land down under? That is Australia that they're talking about.
Call security!
The topic I'm about to discuss is a very sensitive topic and should be treated as such. So if what I'm about to say causes any discomfort, I would like to apologize in advance. It is not my intention to do so. So there are many forms of sexual assault, but today I would like to discuss a major one, and that is rape. So rape is described as a type of sexual assault usually involving sex which is initiated by one or more persons against another without consent. Consent being the major difference here. With consent, everything is good. Without consent, that is rape. Stop, do not go, do not proceed, red light. You feel? So consent is described as an informed and freely and affirmatively communicated willingness to participate in a particular sexual activity. Informed, freely, affirmatively. Informed is described as having or showing knowledge of a subject or situation. So, a person who is blackout drunk or a person who is drunk is not an informed person. That person cannot freely communicate consent, and that person cannot affirmatively communicate consent, meaning they really can't give you any consent, so you should not proceed to do anything with them. You feel what I'm saying? By anything with them, I mean sexual activity. You should not proceed to perform any sexual activities with them because they cannot affirmatively and freely communicate consent, and they are not informed about the subject or the situation. So many people don't know, but there are 4 different types of consent. The first one is implied, the second expressed, the third informed, and the fourth unanimous. Again, the word informed comes across. So, implied consent, simply put, is inferred by a person's actions, and an example could be initiating sexual activity. You get? So a person is going to initiate some sexual activity, and this sexual activity is going to be received by the other party warmly. You get? So the big thing here is that there are 2 parties, and these 2 parties have to gel. You get? These 2 parties have to gel properly. You dig? So if you initiate sexual activity and it is not received warmly, then you stop. Alright, you just accept that the person does not want to participate in anything of that matter. But if you initiate and it is received warmly, then the person has given you implied consent. Then there is informed consent. The party is clear and has an appreciation and understanding of the facts. You get? What are we going to do? What are we doing it as? All the questions they have, they are informed about the subject. The third, unanimous consent. This is general consent given by all parties involved. Again, something that is common throughout this whole topic. All parties involved must give consent. The one party not giving consent, then that is a no-go zone. That you're not going to proceed. You're not going to do anything about it. The fourth is express consent. One that is clearly and unmistakably stated rather than implied. This is consent that yes, we are going to do this. I'm ready for this. Let's go. Let's proceed. It is clearly and unmistakably stated. So, if you ever find yourself in a situation where none of these types of consent have been expressed to you, do not proceed. Just leave it as it is. You get? Because picture this, yeah? you're in a situation, you want to perform, you want to do your things, but none of these forms of consent have been given to you. The person has not implied consent. The person doesn't have informed consent. The person hasn't given you unanimous consent. The person hasn't given you express consent. You stop and you chill. But we still live in an imperfect society where people still proceed to do as they please, even though there is no consent given. And this then translates to rape. And that brings us to the question of who is to blame. Allow me to blow this out of the water immediately. It is not the victim's fault or responsibility. It is the abuser's choice. I'm saying this again. It is not the victim's fault or responsibility. Basically what that means, the victim is not to be blamed for the actions that the abuser has taken against her. You feel what I'm saying? The victim is not to blame. So we come from a culture where people start going like, yeah, she asked for it, I don't know, she dressed like this, whatever she's dressed like, whatever she's doing, if none of these forms of consent have been given to you, she doesn't want it. She is not asking for it. She's dressed that way just simply because she wants to dress that way. It is not your right to have your way with her, you feel? It is not the victim's fault or responsibility. It is the abuser's choice. The abuser chose to do what he did. It was not her dressing. It was not that she asked for it. It was the choice of the abuser, and it was not her fault. Let's take a quick break. We come back with more.
Stand by. I'll be right there. He knows your music. He speaks your mind. And he's got you locked on. Call him K. Cause you're okay with him. This is it. If it's on top, we're surely playing it.
And you're listening to Radio Raddd, and my name, of course, is Leon Kai, and this, of course, is the It's a Mess show. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about a type of sexual assault, which is rape. So, just to recap what we have discussed is, rape is a type of sexual abuse, usually involving sex, which is initiated by one or more persons against another without consent. Consent being the major thing. Now, there are 4 types of consent. There is implied consent, express consent, unanimous consent, and informed consent. Again, the question that we are trying to answer is who is to blame. So far, the first part of that question has answered itself, and that is, it is not the victim. It is not the victim's fault, rather it is the abuser's choice. Yes, sir, that is what we are talking about today. Of course, you're listening to Radio Raddd, and this is the It's a Mess show. My name, of course, Leon Kai. Yes, we are trying to find an answer to the question, who is to blame? Stick around, the answer might surprise you. Though times have changed, some aspects negative of previous generations still find themselves in today's society. In previous times, the worth of a woman was not really appreciated or even recognized. In fact, the worth was likened to a certain number of cows, etc., and a person could easily be exchanged provided the price was right. And believe it or not, this then resulted in one gender feeling superior to the other and created a mentality of ownership and the illusion that one has power and control over the other party. This is cited as an aspect that attributes to rape in today's society. Again, I use illusion because it is an illusion. It is an illusion for someone to think that they have power over another person. This is not the fact. It is an illusion for a certain gender to think that they are superior to another gender. This is not the fact. According to a paper published by Harvard Law School, more than 20% of female undergraduates report experiencing sexual assault and misconduct while in school. 90% of campus sexual assaults are committed by individuals known to the victim. Only 12% of student survivors report the assault to the police. Only 2 to 10% of rapes are false reports. You feel? Only 2 to 10% of rapes are false reports, and 40% of student survivors report drug or alcohol abuse, often used to self-medicate. And that brings us back to the question, who is to blame? Now, just before I give you the answer, there's something called rape culture. And what is rape culture? Rape culture is an environment in which rape is prevalent and in which sexual violence against women is normalized and excused in the media and popular culture. Rape culture is perpetuated through the use of misogynistic language, the objectification of women's bodies, and the glamorization of sexual violence, thereby creating a society that disregards women's rights and safeties. Examples of rape culture: blaming the victim, trivializing sexual assault, sexually explicit jokes, tolerance of sexual harassment, inflating false rape report statistics, publicly scrutinizing a victim's dress, mental state, motives, and history, gender violence in movies and television, defining manhood as dominant and sexually aggressive, defining womanhood as submissive and sexually passive, pressure on men to score, pressure on women not to appear cold, assuming only promiscuous women get raped, assuming that men don't get raped and that only weak men get raped, refusing to take rape accusations seriously, teaching women to avoid getting raped instead of teaching men not to rape. Yes, sir, that is rape culture. How can men and women combat rape culture? Avoid using a language that objectifies and degrades women. Speak out if you hear someone else making an offensive joke. If a friend says she has been raped, take her seriously. Think critically about the media's message about women-men relationships and violence. I'm reading from a paper published by the Women's Center. You can also go read it.
Stand by, I'll be right there. He knows your music, he speaks your mind, and he's got you locked on. Call him K, cause you're okay with him. This is it. If it's on top, we're surely playing it.
Now, the answer to the question, who is to blame? The answer is we are all to blame, for we have played a significant role when it comes to rape. Simply put, this is a community and society problem. We have to collectively, and we need to collectively come together to find a long-lasting solution. This, however, does not excuse the abuser in any way. The Harvard paper continues to cite the only cause of rape being rapists. Not drinking, not drug abuse, not clothing or makeup, not flirting, not previous consensual encounters. The cause of rape is rapists. But still, we should not throw caution to the wind because we do not live in a perfect society. Therefore, it is our responsibility to take care of ourselves to the best of our abilities. Yes, sir, you're listening to Radio Raddd, and this is the It's a Mess Show. Hey, boy!
Stand by, I'll be right there. He knows your music, he speaks your mind, and he's got you locked on. Call him K, cause you're okay with him. This is it. If it's on top, we're surely playing it.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Hits just keep on coming.
I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star. Fucking with me, call up on no Uzi and show up in them the shot toss. And my homies pull up on your god, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta. And popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. Shit was legendary through a TV out the window out of my like a rock star.
into an empire. Self-made success, now she rolls with Rockefeller. It's like inside her new Balenciaga vibe. Romance turned dreams into an empire. Self-made success, now she rolls with Rockefellers. Cigarettes in tiny liquor bottles, just what you expect. Inside her new Balenciaga vibe. Romance turned dreams into an empire. Self-made success, now she rolls with Rockefellers. Cigarettes in tiny liquor bottles, just what you expect. Inside her new Balenciaga vibe. Romance turned dreams into an empire. Self-made success, now she rolls with Rockefellers.
Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby you the best. I got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the dark in the pendulum light. Done my hair up real big, beauty queen style. High heels off, I'm feeling alive. Oh my God, I feel it in the air, telephone-wise above. I'm sizzling like a snare, honey, I'm on fire. I feel it everywhere, nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know, baby, you the best. I got that summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Got that summertime sadness. Oh, 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 oh.
Chicago. You never said a word, you didn't send me no letter. Don't think I could forget you. See, our word is slowly dying. I'm not wasting no more time. Don't think I could believe you. Yeah, our hands will get more wrinkled and our hair will be gray. Don't think I could forgive you. And see, the children are starving and their houses were destroyed. Don't think they could forgive you.
Take my horse to the old town road.
but you still be my star. Baby, cause in the dark, you can't see shiny cars. And that's when you need me there. With you I'll always share. Because when the sunshine will shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'd always be your friend. Took no thumbs to get out to the end. I've been spraying more than ever. Know that we still have each other. You stand under my umbrella. You stand under my umbrella.
Yes, this is how we do it over here on a Friday. I hope you've learned a thing or two. I hope you're enjoying yourself, because this is how we do it over here on a Friday. And I hope you're having a hell of a time, because I'm having a hell of a time.
Alors qui dit études, qui travaille, qui dit taf, je te dis les thunes, qui dit argent, dit dépense, qui dit crédit, dit créance, qui dit dette, je te dis huissier, qui dit assis dans la merde, qui dit amour, dit les gosses, qui dit toujours et dit divorce, qui dit proche, te dit deuil, car les problèmes ne viennent pas seuls, qui dit crise, te dit monde, qui dit famine, qui dit tiers-monde, qui dit fatigue, qui réveille, encore sourd de la veille, alors on sort pour oublier tous les problèmes, alors on danse, alors on danse, alors on danse, alors on danse.
Main bitch out of your league to her, side bitch out of your league to her. House of 1 need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table cut from ebony. Cut that ivory into skinny pieces. Let you get up with a face, but I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't feel shit. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my top, I keep letting pain. Look what you got. I'm in love with the star boy. Look what you got. I'm in love with the star boy. Every day a nigga try to test me, every day a nigga try to end me, pull up in that roadster SVI. Pockets overweight, get lifty, coming for the king, that's a far cry. I come alive in the full time, the competition, I don't really listen. I'm in the blue mood, song of a new edition. House of 1 need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table cut from ebony. Cut that ivory into skinny pieces. Let you get up with a face, but I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't feel shit. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my cup, I kill anything. Look what you done. I'm a fuck with the star boy. Star boy. Star boy. Star boy. Star boy. Star boy. Star boy.
Worry about those times. I'm way too numb, yeah. Just way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need that Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around me, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. 713 281, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me? Why they on me? I'm flying, yeah. Sipping low-key. I'm sipping low-key and honest, rider. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Well, I'm way too numb, yeah. Feels way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need that Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around me, throw that to the side, yeah. Pulling up right beside you, pop star Lil Mariah. When I text a cute game wildness, throw a stack on the Bible. Never Snapchat or took Molly. She fought through plenty, her and all her guineas. Yeah, we at the top floor, right there off through Henny. Yeah, oh no, I can't fuck with y'all. Yeah, when I'm with my squad, I cannot do no wrong. Yeah, saucing in the city, don't get misinformed. Yeah, they gon' pull up on you, yeah, we gon' do some things you can't relate. Yeah, cause we from a place you cannot stay. Oh, you can't go, oh, I don't know. Oh, back the fuck up. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You leave me 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 around, yeah. You leave my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those fine. Worry about those fine. Worry about those fine. Worry about those comments. I'm way too numb, yeah. Feels way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need that Heimlich, throw that to the side, 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 throw that to the side,
has been a wonderful week, a wonderful episode. I do hope that you have a wonderful weekend and week ahead. Let's meet here same time, same place next week for the big one. Next week is gonna be the 10th episode. That means 10 weeks of Leon Kai and Radio Raddd being on air and the It's a Mess show. And we appreciate all of you who came out, all of you who usually come out every single Friday to be with us. Thank you very much. Let the party continue. Enjoy your weekend and let's meet here same time, same place next week, next Friday. Yes sir, hey boy. You're listening to the It's a Mess show and my name is Leon Kai.
Hi guys, this is G from the Kraftwerk Entertainment Office and you're listening to Radio Raddd, the It's a Mess show.
Stand by, I'll be right there. He knows your music, he speaks your mind, and he's got you locked on. Call him K, cause you're okay with him. This is it. If it's on top, we're surely playing it.